Imagine if your car runs 1200 km straight after charging once, and that too gets charged in just 10 minutes. Yes, this is not a dream, but it can happen with Toyota's new solid-state battery. Toyota's CEO recently made such an announcement, which has created a stir in the entire auto industry. Tesla, BYD, and other companies are now shocked as to how Toyota has done this. No company has been able to claim to provide such a large range and such fast charging till date, but Toyota has now made this impossible dream a reality. The question is that after the arrival of this battery, will the whole game of the EV market change, or is there a catch in it too? After all, what technology is used in it? In the video, we will tell you what is the real story behind this amazing technology of Toyota and why it is being considered the biggest revolution of the future. So stay with us till the end of this video, because at the end we will tell you when this battery can come in the market and whether it really has so much power or is it just a slogan. Before moving on to the video, you must subscribe to the channel so that you can be the first to see such tremendous information. Before knowing about Toyota's market-shaking battery technology, let us first understand what is the position of Toyota today. Whenever there is talk of electric vehicles in the world, the name of Tesla comes first in people's mind. But quietly, that is, without making much noise, Toyota has deeply rooted itself in the EV market in the last few years. Many people think that Toyota still makes only petrol and diesel vehicles, but the truth is quite different from this. Toyota is one of the largest car companies in the world, and in the last few years it has focused a lot on electric vehicles. If we look at the figures of the last few years, Toyota has registered tremendous growth in the sales of EV and hybrid vehicles. In the year 2023 itself, Toyota sold about 3.4 million electric and hybrid vehicles worldwide. That is, 1 out of every 3 Toyota vehicles is now running on electric or hybrid system rather than petrol engine. Not only this, the demand for Toyota's EV is continuously increasing in big markets like Japan, America, and Europe. And moreover, Toyota is now fully prepared to compete with BYD and other local companies in markets like China. Actually, Toyota has understood that the era of petrol-diesel engines is coming to an end. After gaining a strong hold in hybrids, now the company is betting completely on battery electric vehicles. That is why the company spent billions of dollars on its R&D, i.e. research and development. In the last few years, Toyota has set up new EV factories in many countries of the world, has traveled from its self-charging hybrid to plug-in hybrid and now battery EV. Toyota now clearly says that it will reduce the production of petrol engine vehicles in the next 4 to 5 years and will convert most of the lineup to electric. By 2026, the company has set a target to sell more than 15 lakh battery EVs every year. Not only this, Toyota has also launched many new EV models in the market. Vehicles like BZ4X, CHR-EV, BZ3 have already hit the roads, and there are plans to launch many new EV platforms and models in the coming 2-3 years. One special thing about Toyota is that it never hurried to run in the EV race. The company always launches its products in the market after testing them thoroughly. This is the reason why people consider Toyota's electric vehicles more reliable. Be it hybrid technology or fuel cell vehicles, Toyota has proved quality and durability every time. Toyota's CEO believes that just making vehicles is not enough to survive in the EV market. It is most important to improve battery technology, because it is because of the battery that the range is less, charging takes more time, and the price is also high. And due to this thinking, Toyota did such a big research on solid-state battery, so now that you know that Toyota has already made a strong hold in the world of EV and is slowly leaving petrol engines behind, then imagine if the same Toyota has now made a battery that runs for 1200 km and gets charged in just 10 minutes. Then how big will be the explosion in the market? Is 1200 km and just 10 minutes of charging possible? Why are other companies worried now? Now, this question is roaming in everyone's mind, because till date, no company in the EV market has been able to claim to give such a long range and such fast charging. Even a giant company like Tesla gives a range of about 500-600 km in its expensive models, and fast charging also takes at least 30-40 minutes. In such a situation, when Toyota suddenly came and said that we have made a battery that will give a range of 1200 km and get charged in just 10 minutes, then it is natural for other companies to be shocked, because that means Toyota hit on the EV's biggest weakness: battery limits. The three biggest problems in the EV market so far are range anxiety, charging time, and high cost of vehicles. Before buying an EV, people think, what will they do if the battery runs out on the way, or if they sit to charge it, they will be stuck on the charger for hours. And on top of that, the price of EV is several lakhs more than petrol cars. This is the reason why EVs have not been able to replace petrol vehicles all over the world so far. So far, Tesla and BYD are at the forefront of this race. Tesla has made a good hold on the strength of its supercharger network and big batteries. Their premium models are giving a range of up to 500 to 600 km. But the problem is that the price of vehicles is very high for such a battery, and the range is reduced in cheap models. On the other hand, BYD launched cheap EVs in China and other countries whose range is a little less, but the prices are under control. They also gave technology like Blade battery, which is safe and durable. But their vehicles also do not offer more than 400-500 km of range, and fast charging is also around 30-40 minutes. That is the biggest challenge in the EV market today, is to make a battery that gives more range, charges quickly, and is not expensive. And now Toyota has claimed to do the same. That is why companies like Tesla and BYD are worried that if Toyota really does this, then their game may get spoiled. Toyota's talk of 1200 km range and 10 minutes of charging is also big because it is removing the biggest weakness of EV. And if this battery becomes cheap and ready for production, then the EV market can completely change. People who were afraid of buying EV till now will also buy EV without hesitation. So this is the reason why other companies are worried now. They are thinking that what formula has Toyota got hold of that no one has got hold of till now? That is why this technology can prove to be a game changer for the entire industry. How does a solid-state battery work? The batteries you have seen in EVs so far are lithium-ion batteries. We've been using them in mobiles, laptops, and vehicles for many years. But solid-state batteries are a completely different level of technology. Let's understand this in very simple language. First, understand what is inside a lithium-ion battery. It has two plates inside, one positive, cathode, and one negative, anode. Between these two, a liquid-like chemical is filled, which is called liquid electrolyte. When the battery is charged or discharged, the current flows through that liquid between these plates. Now the problem is that this liquid electrolyte sometimes gets too hot, and there is a risk of leakage or short circuit. Due to this, batteries get damaged quickly and cannot store much power. This game has been changed in solid-state batteries. In this, liquid electrolyte has been removed and a solid substance has been put in its place. This is called solid electrolyte. That means now there is no liquid inside the battery but a solid layer which transfers the current here and there. Now think, what is the advantage of solid electrolyte? The biggest advantage is safety, because liquid battery can quickly heat up and burst or catch fire, whereas solid electrolyte is solid and can easily bear high temperature. That means the battery has now become safer. The second advantage is that you can store more power in solid-state battery, because solid matter has the ability to move ions faster and in more quantity. This means that the battery can give more power, even if it is of small size. This is the reason why Toyota is claiming that the car will run up to 1200 kilometers with their solid-state battery. The third advantage is fast charging. Solid-state moves the ions so fast that the battery gets charged in a few minutes. This is why Toyota is saying that the battery will be full in 10 minutes. The fourth advantage is that solid-state battery is more durable. That means it does not get damaged even after repeated charging and discharging. Due to this, the life of the battery also increases. So if we understand in one line, solid-state battery is safer, more powerful, faster and durable than lithium-ion battery. But the thing to keep in mind is that making solid-state battery was not easy till now. The cost of making it was very high and mass production was difficult. But Toyota has now developed the technology through which these batteries can be made on a large scale, the secret of 10 minutes of charging and the truth of 1200 km range. By now you must have noticed that any electric vehicle takes at least 30-40 minutes to charge. And if charged with a normal charger, it takes 6-8 hours. In such a situation, when Toyota's new battery gets fully charged in just 10 minutes, people were shocked. Why has no one been able to provide such fast charging till now? The answer lies in the chemistry of the battery and its internal design. Actually, the old lithium-ion batteries have liquid electrolyte. When you charge, the ions with current slowly reach from plate to plate inside that liquid. The speed of ions in the liquid is limited, and on top of that, if charging is done too fast, it can heat up and cause leakage or short circuit. This is the reason why companies could not provide faster charging due to battery safety. Now let's come to Toyota's breakthrough technology. They removed the liquid and installed solid-state electrolyte. This solid material transfers ions from one plate to another with greater speed and stability. This means that even if high current is applied during charging, the battery does not heat up and the ions are transferred very quickly. This is the reason why Toyota has claimed 10 minutes of charging. So is any special charger required for this? Yes, Toyota says that a high-powered DC fast charger will be required to charge the battery at this speed. This means that some changes will have to be made in the existing charging network, but the good thing is that these changes can be made easily and quickly. Now let's talk about the range of 1200 kilometers. Even the vehicle giving the highest range among today's EVs can barely run 600-700 kilometers. But how did Toyota double it? The answer to this is also hidden in the design and chemistry of the battery. First of all, solid-state batteries provide more energy density. This means that they can store more energy in a smaller space. Compared to liquid electrolyte, ions can be packed more densely in it. This almost doubles the capacity of the battery without increasing its size. Secondly, they have used new material technology in the anode and cathode of the battery. Especially in the anode, materials like silicon have been used, which can store more energy and are more durable. This makes the battery more powerful for a long time. Thirdly, the battery has been designed in such a way that it does not generate much heat even after being fully charged. This allows the battery to be discharged and charged to a greater depth. That is, more of its capacity can be used. Now the question is it really sustainable and scalable? That is, can it be made in large quantities and for a long time? Toyota says that they have greatly reduced their dependence on rare and expensive materials to make this battery. Because of this, its manufacturing cost will soon come under control. Although initially these batteries will be a little expensive, but as the production increases, the price will also come down. The old story of solid-state battery, when did it start and why has no one been able to complete it till now? Today, when we talk about solid-state battery, it seems as if it is a completely new and magical technology. But the truth is that its idea is not new. The concept of solid-state battery is about 50 years old. In the 1970-80 decade itself, researchers realized that the liquid electrolyte of lithium-ion battery creates many problems, like leakage, overheating, and risk of explosion. For this reason, they started thinking, why not put some solid substance in the battery instead of liquid so that it can become more safe and more powerful? In the 1980s, some researchers also prepared the first prototype of solid electrolyte. But at that time, its performance was so weak that it was difficult to install it in a mobile, let alone a vehicle. After this, in the 1990s, came the era of lithium-ion battery, which captured the market. At that time, everyone felt that now lithium-ion is the best. But gradually, as the demand for electric vehicles increased, research on solid-state batteries started again. The reason was that the three most important things needed in an EV battery, more range, faster charging, and safety all seemed possible in solid state. In the last 10-15 years, many of the world's biggest companies claimed to have developed solid-state batteries. Samsung, LG Chem, Panasonic, Bosch, BMW, Ford, and Toyota itself all have invested billions of dollars in solid-state batteries since 2010. Around 2015-16, it seemed that solid-state batteries would be available in the market in just 2-3 years. It was also published in many media reports that Samsung and BMW would soon launch vehicles with solid-state batteries. Some startups like QuantumScape also made big claims and said that we will create a stir in the EV industry with solid-state batteries. But the truth is that till now, no company has been able to make this battery on a large scale. The biggest reason for this is that preparing solid electrolyte in such a way that it is more powerful and lasts longer, this is not easy. Firstly, its cost was very high, and secondly, its life was also less. Companies like QuantumScape have said many times that they have made solid-state batteries, but when it was tested, it could not withstand more charge cycles. BMW had said in 2019 that they would launch solid-state EV by 2023, but now they have extended this date to 2027. Actually, it is easy to make a solid-state battery in the lab, but the biggest challenge is to make thousands and millions of units in the factory, and that too at a low price. This is the reason why it has not been able to come to the market till now, and this is the reason why Toyota's claim is now surprising everyone. Because Toyota is saying that it has solved all the problems that other companies were facing, and that is why people are now considering it a game changer. So the story of solid-state battery is not that easy. For the last several years, it was being called the battery of the future. But every time that future got a little further away. Now it remains to be seen whether Toyota is really able to bring it to the market or not. Toyota's big announcement and panic in the entire industry. Just imagine when the world's largest car company suddenly says that it has made a battery that will run for 1,200 kilometers and will be fully charged in just 10 minutes, then the ground is sure to slip from under the feet of other companies. This is what happened when Toyota's CEO recently announced his solid-state battery plan. He said that the company has achieved great success in solid-state battery, and this battery will come in the market by 2027-28. This battery will completely eliminate the biggest problem of the EV industry, that is, range and charging time. Toyota not only claimed the technology but also said that preparations have been completed to bring it into mass production. This thing scared the other companies. Till now it was believed that solid-state battery is good only in the lab, not in production. But Toyota changed this thinking. After this announcement, there was a stir in the entire auto industry. This was a direct challenge for big companies like Tesla, BYD, Volkswagen, BMW, Mercedes, because till now Tesla was the leader in the EV market and other companies were trying to compete with it. Now suddenly Toyota's name came on top with solid-state battery. Media reports started coming in China, Europe, and America whether the leadership of the EV market is going to go from Tesla to Toyota. Many experts believe that if Toyota really makes solid-state batteries affordable and durable, it will completely change the game of the EV market. Now let's talk about other companies. Tesla did not give any direct statement on this, but Elon Musk definitely gave a hint on Twitter. He wrote, "Solid state is interesting, but scaling it is extremely hard, we'll see." That is, solid state is interesting, but it is extremely difficult to make it in large quantities. This was Musk's way of telling that he does not consider solid-state batteries to be that big a threat right now. But Tesla has already started working on solid-state batteries in its R&D. According to many reports, now Tesla is also going to increase its focus on this so that it does not lag behind Toyota. On this, BYD said that it is improving its blade battery technology, and research is also going on solid-state batteries. Their philosophy is that it is more important to make the battery cheap and safe first. European companies like Volkswagen and BMW were already doing trials of solid-state batteries. but now their target was to bring it before 2030. Toyota's announcement forced them to reduce their timeline. Elon Musk's style is that he bets big on new technology only when it is completely reliable, but after hearing so much noise about solid-state batteries, Tesla will now be forced to give place to solid-state in its plans. However, Tesla currently has its 4680 battery technology, which gives them a lot of confidence. This announcement by Toyota has created a stir in the EV market. The strategy of other companies is now changing rapidly. Now everyone's eyes are on when Toyota brings it to the market and how big a success it gets. Is there a risk in solid-state batteries? Some problems that have not been solved yet. Hearing the name of solid-state battery, it seems as if it is the perfect battery. More range, faster charging, more safe. And to be honest, it is so to a great extent. But this does not mean that there are no problems in it. Actually, there are some big challenges that prevent solid-state batteries from reaching every home, which is important to know about. Let us understand this in simple language. The first and biggest problem is production cost, that is, the cost involved in making it. Today, lithium-ion batteries are being manufactured on a large scale. The entire industry is ready for it. But the material and machines required for solid-state batteries are still very expensive. Especially the technology of making solid electrolyte is very complex and expensive. Therefore, at present the price of solid-state battery is so high that it is not possible to install it in every vehicle. The second big problem is temperature stability. Solid-state battery does not work properly in very cold or very hot places. In cold weather, the ions present in it slow down and the charging speed gets affected. Keeping the battery stable for a long time in extreme heat is also a challenge. Therefore, making it capable of performing in all types of weather and environment is yet to be done. The third problem is mass production, that is, making it on a large scale. Today, it is easy to make solid-state batteries in a lab or in a small unit, but it is very difficult to make that many batteries for lakhs of vehicles. Because of this, companies will have to make many changes in the manufacturing process and supply chain, and this will take time. Apart from this, there are some other small challenges as well, like the weight and size of the solid-state battery. It has not been possible to make it very compact yet. Also, long-term tests are still pending on the life of the battery, that is, for how many years it will perform. This is the reason why companies working on solid-state batteries are gradually solving these challenges. Toyota claims that they have solved many of these problems, but nothing can be said for sure until production starts in the market. So yes, solid-state battery is indeed the biggest hope of the EV industry, but it also has risks and challenges. Only if all these are resolved will it really become a game changer. How much will customers benefit from solid-state battery and when will it come to the market? By now you have understood how powerful solid-state battery is and how it claims to solve the biggest problems of EV. But the question is, what will be its direct benefit for the common customer and when will this battery come to the market? First of all, EVs will become more reliable than before. Today, people are afraid of buying an electric vehicle because they do not know whether it will be able to travel a long distance or not. If the battery runs out somewhere in the middle of the way, what will they do till they find a charging point? Solid-state battery will eliminate this fear. Because in this, the vehicle will be able to run for 1,200 kilometers after charging once. That means you will not have to worry about charging again and again. That EVs will become more practical. Today, the biggest problem with EVs is the charging time. Even with a fast charger, it takes 30-40 minutes. With a solid-state battery, the vehicle will only need to be charged for 10 minutes and you are ready again. This will be as fast as filling up the tank at a petrol pump. This will save your time and make the journey easier. Right now, solid-state batteries are expensive, but as their production increases, their cost will come down. Toyota claims that in a few years, the cost of solid-state batteries will also be almost equal to that of lithium-ion batteries. This means that the price of EVs will come down and will also come within the budget of the common man. Apart from this, these batteries will also be safer. Today, many times the battery heats up and catches fire, or there's a risk of it exploding. Such a risk will be negligible in solid-state batteries. This means that the customer will get a reliable and durable vehicle. Now let's talk about the biggest question: when will this battery come to the market? Toyota has given a clear timeline. The company says that by 2027-28, vehicles with solid-state batteries will be ready for production. That is, its testing will be completed in the next 2-3 years, and the manufacturing line will be started. Initially, this battery will be given in premium models so that its cost can be recovered, but after this, it will gradually start coming in mid-range and budget EVs as well. Toyota says that by 2025, they will start large-scale trials of solid-state batteries, and their sale will also start from 2027. Although it may be a bit expensive in the beginning, but by 2030, its price will also come down to a great extent. Meanwhile, other companies have also entered this race. Companies like BMW, Volkswagen, and Ford are also preparing to launch solid-state batteries by 2030, but if Toyota really brings the battery on time as per its claim, then it will be at the forefront of this technology. So after the arrival of solid-state battery, EVs will become cheaper, more reliable, and practical than before. The customer will get longer range, faster charging, and more safety. And a new revolution will begin in the EV market. Toyota's entire strategy and its new position in the EV market. After the announcement of solid-state battery, the question now arises that what is Toyota going to do next? Will just making a battery make its game, or has it prepared a big strategy for the entire EV market? Let's understand this in simple language. First of all, you should know that solid-state battery is just a part of Toyota's EV strategy. Actually, Toyota is targeting every segment very thoughtfully. The company plans to launch its vehicles in every range and every category of EVs, so that whether the customer wants to buy a cheap car, a luxury SUV, or a sports car, he has the option of Toyota. Right now, Toyota has focused the most on the SUV segment in EVs. The reason for this is that the demand for SUVs is very high all over the world. Electric SUVs like bZ4X have already been launched, and in the coming 2-3 years, more SUV models like bZ3X, bZ5X are going to come in the market. That is, Toyota is trying to make the customers who buy SUVs also shift to EVs. Toyota's second big focus is on affordable EVs. The company understands very well that most of the customers are not buying EVs right now because their price is high. When the cost of solid-state batteries comes down, then Toyota will also launch affordable EVs so that it can reach more and more people. Toyota is also working on the third thing, fleet and taxi segment. The biggest demand for EVs is going to come from taxi service and delivery companies. Because they have to travel long distances every day and the cost of petrol and diesel is high, Toyota wants to launch its vehicles here as well. Now the question is, can Toyota become the world's largest EV company on the basis of solid-state batteries and this entire strategy? The answer is, it can definitely become so. The reason is that Toyota already has the world's largest manufacturing network and dealership channel. It already manufactures and sells more than 1 crore vehicles annually. If this network is shifted to EV, then no company will be able to challenge it. Tesla is currently ahead in the EV market, but its production is limited and its models are expensive. On the other hand, Toyota can make EVs for every range and every customer. This is what can bring it to the forefront. Now, if we talk about Toyota's other plans and a glimpse of the upcoming EV models, then the company is going to launch 15-20 new EV models in the next 5 years. These include compact cars, luxury sedans, large SUVs, and even pickup trucks. Apart from this, the company is also working on hydrogen fuel cell technology so that its name remains at the top in EV, as well as other green technologies. Toyota's focus is not just on selling vehicles, but also on things like building charging networks and battery recycling. That is, it is preparing the entire ecosystem of EV. Solid-state battery is just the first step of Toyota's big strategy. In the coming years, it will launch EV in every segment and try to become the real king of the EV market. If you liked the video, then subscribe to the channel so that you keep getting big automobile news and updates first in such a great and easy language. Thank you.